Welcome to this explainer. Look, you've probably spent months, or honestly, maybe even years, pouring your absolute soul into a manuscript. But to get it published traditionally, you have to do something that terrifies a lot of writers. You have to take off your artist hat and put on a salesperson hat to go secure a literary agent. And that's exactly the skill we are going to master today. Okay, so here is our blueprint for today. We're going to break down this totally anxiety-inducing task into a logical, step-by-step process. We're hitting the mindset shift, the physical anatomy of a query, the story description, those tricky, comfortable titles, the author bio, and finally, your submission strategy. Let's get into it. Number 1, the mindset shift. It is time to rethink your book. We really have to start by fundamentally changing how you view your work and this entire process. There is this great quote from publishing expert Jane Friedman that hits the nail on the head. She says, the query letter has one purpose, and one purpose only, to seduce the agent or editor into reading or requesting your work. That's it. The crucial takeaway here is that a query isn't an artistic expression. It is a calculated, objective sales tool. Think about it. Agents read hundreds of these every single week. They don't want artistry in the pitch. They just want to know if they can actually sell your product. You really have to get some distance from your work and start looking at it as a saleable commodity. So that brings up a super practical question. When should you actually start querying? Listen carefully to this one. Before writing a single word of your pitch, you absolutely must ensure your manuscript is completely finished and polished. It is so tempting to jump the gun, right? Especially since agents can take months to reply. But what if they respond in 10 minutes? You want to avoid that incredibly awkward situation of telling an interested agent, oh, actually, I need another month to finish editing. Just be totally ready before you reach out. Moving to number 2, anatomy of a query. Let's look at the actual physical blueprint. There are strict rules here, and the golden rule is that your query should never run more than one single space page, period. Every successful query contains these 4 core elements. You've got your housekeeping, your story description, comp titles, and your bio note. Putting all that together, you're aiming for around 200 to 450 words total. Brevity is literally your best friend here. The more you try to over-explain your intricate world building or your deep philosophical themes, the more you'll just squeeze the life right out of your story. Get in, hook 'em, and get out. Now, when you're opening your letter, you might be wondering, should I personalize it? The rule is pretty simple. You want to contrast a truly meaningful connection, like, say, citing an author's acknowledgments and how it directly inspired your work, against a totally generic, useless opening like, hey, I found your name online. If you don't have a genuinely meaningful connection, that's fine. Just skip the personalization entirely and lead straight with your story. All right, part 3, the story description. This is all about convincing the agent. This is the meat of the explainer, the part that does the heavy lifting to make an agent drop everything and read your work. The best part is, you don't have to wait for inspiration to strike to write this. You can confidently build a killer 150 to 300 word description just by systematically answering 5 formulaic questions. 1. Who is your protagonist? 2. What specific problem do they face? 3. What choices or tension drive the story forward? 4. What is their core motivation? And 5. What obstacles are keeping them from getting what they want? Let's see how smoothly this formula creates a compelling, balanced pitch for a massive blockbuster hit like The Da Vinci Code. Robert Langdon is our protagonist, right? The problem? Well, he's just been framed for murder. The motivation and choices? He races across Europe to clear his name. And the obstacles? He has to solve puzzles and uncover secrets that could literally shake the world. It gives us this perfect, punchy balance of character and plot without getting tangled up in the weeds. Now, as you write this description, you have to watch out for some major red flags. Focus only on what actually happens in the plot. Do not go over 300 words. Absolutely do not reveal the ending. Save that for your synopsis. Don't get bogged down in minor plot details and try to avoid naming more than 3 characters. It just gets confusing. But most importantly, do not talk about the story's themes. Show the action. Don't tell the agent what the book means. If your plot is strong enough, the themes are going to reveal themselves naturally. Section 4, comparable titles. You really need to know your market. These comps demonstrate your nuanced understanding of exactly where your book fits into the current literary landscape. Think of it this way. Comps tell an agent exactly what shelf your book belongs on in a bookstore. So avoid arrogant comparisons to massive blockbuster movies, dead authors, or timeless classics. Look, comparing your debut novel to The Great Gatsby or Harry Potter doesn't make you look like a visionary genius. It kind of makes you look like you haven't stepped foot in a bookstore in 20 years. Instead, pick titles published within the last few years by active authors that actually share your potential readership. Show the agent you know your specific current market. Number 5, the author bio. Keep it meaningful. This is usually just 50 to 100 words, and it should only include relevant or genuinely charming details. You want to list concrete credentials here, specific publications, a day job that directly ties into your book's subject matter, or any unique research you did, like maybe you spent a year abroad to research your setting. But here's the most critical part. Do not apologize if you are completely unpublished. It is 100% fine to have no credits. You're being judged primarily on your story premise anyway. Okay, rapid fire rule here on what goes straight in the trash. Agents do not need to know how many years it took you to write this, how much money you spent on freelance editors, or that your mom and your best friends absolutely love the book. You gotta leave those emotional attachments at the door. Remember, this is a business pitch. When you finally reach the end of the letter, just close it professionally. No subservient begging, and definitely no proclaiming that your book is guaranteed to be a global bestseller. Oh, and you don't need to state that you're simultaneously querying other agents. Everyone just assumes you are. Thank them for their time, provide your contact info, and that's it. Keep it simple, clean, and professional. Finally, number 6, submission strategy. It is time to start submitting like a pro. Let's talk about how you actually send out this carefully crafted blueprint. Please do not just blast this out to 100 agents at once. Use a conservative timeline. It protects your mental health and it helps you optimize. Divide your dream agents into an A list and a B list. Query maybe 5 to 10 agents at a time. Then, and this is so crucial, wait 2 to 4 weeks. Why? Because if your A list gives you a pattern of rapid, immediate rejections, it gives you a chance to pause and adjust your pitch. Once an agent rejects a project, that's it. You do not get a second chance to pitch them that exact same book. And let's just bust a massive publishing myth right now. There is no magical time of year to query. People are always saying, oh, avoid August or avoid the holidays. The truth? If an agent's submission window is open online, you are good to go. Stop stressing about perfect astrological timing and put all that energy into the quality of your pitch. So before you hit send, ask yourself, is your pitch actually concise? Are your comps realistic and recent? Have you truly shifted your mindset from artist to salesperson? If you can answer yes, then you are holding an incredibly powerful blueprint. But always remember, the query letter only gets the door open. Your manuscript is what has to invite them in to stay. So what exactly is your query letter going to reveal about the masterpiece you've been hiding?